Good morning, dear Toastmasters and guests. Am I audible there in Andhra chamber?
Yes, you are.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So welcome to the 638th meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. So for those who do not know Toastmasters International, it is a non-profit organization founded by Ralph C. Smedley in 1924. The mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide mutually supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are four core values of Toastmasters International. They are integrity, dedication to excellence, service to the member, and respect for the individual. And there are few rules to be followed. The number one, I request all the speakers to refrain from speaking on taboo topics like sex, religion, politics. Since it is a hybrid meeting, I request the online participants to kindly ensure that your microphone is on mute when you're not speaking so that you don't disturb the speaker. Number three, I request the online participants to rename themselves in the following format: Toastmasters or guest followed by your name. The role players to be renamed as role player followed by your name. And I'll be sharing one form in the chat window that is for the members who are attending the meeting online. So the other, the direct register will be available in the Andhra Chamber of Commerce where you can give your attendance. Have a great meeting. I now hand over the control to our presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gayatri. I welcome you all to the Madras Toastmaster Club 630th meeting. Good morning, Toastmaster, distinguished guest, and my dear friend present over here. Let's first have the guest introduction. Can someone help me in offline? Do we have guests in offline?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, yes.
This question is fine.
Yeah, can I have your...
My name is Tyagarajan. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I was working as a programmer in IT. Then I had gaps due to the personal difficult circumstances. So by the time I would like to improve my communication. So that is the reason I am
here. Thanks. You are in the right platform.
Yeah.
Let's welcome to Madras Toastmaster Club. Our VP membership will contact you regarding the membership and all. Thank you. Enjoy the meeting.
Sure.
Next guest, please.
Hi everyone from Madras Toastmaster Clubs and guests. I'm Suyash, and I am coming to Toastmasters as it's a good way to spend the weekends, and I look forward to it.
Thank you. Enjoy the meeting. Our VP membership will contact you regarding this. Next, I would like to call the next guest. Is there any guest?
Hi ma'am, I'm Gurishwar. I'm pursuing my third year BE degree at GCU. So in order to develop my English, I joined here.
Yeah, you are in the right platform. Let's welcome to Madras Toastmasters Club. Enjoy the meeting. Now, I want to introduce the Toastmaster of the day. Before that, do the hard things first. So when you feel difficult to do anything, just have a long breath and do the things. It will be coming into the flow as easy as possible. With that, I want to introduce Toastmaster of the day. Today, Toastmaster of the day is Jacob. He has been working as a project coordinator for Aura Donley and having 9+ years of experience in graphic designing field. His hobbies are reading books, listening to music. He is interested in reading crime novels, cooking, and watching movies. Let's welcome Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jacob. The
Thank
dice
you,
is
presiding
yours.
officer. Thank you, presiding officer, for your introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's my privilege to welcome you all to the Madras Toastmasters Club. And before I go any further, let me introduce the word of the day and theme of the day. The word of the day is dilemma. Dilemma is a noun. The meaning of the word is a situation in which a difficult choice has to be made between two different things you would do. The examples are: I'm in a dilemma whether to do maths or English. I'm in a dilemma about this job offer. And the theme of the day is do the hard thing first. Hardest or easiest? Easiest work first. It's one of the largest questions in productivity management, on one that has been under debate for decades. There are two patterns of thoughts on this. Some productivity experts believe that starting on your quickest, simplest task first, you build a momentum that carries you through the hardest task. However, other aspects believe that completing your hardest task first is the key to getting things done more efficiently. And research shows that people who execute their most difficult task first are generally more productive and highly achieving than those who start easy and work their way up. And for the benefits of the guest, let me introduce the structure of the meeting. Every Toastmasters meeting has three parts. The first one is prepared speeches, where the member will give their speech based on their project and path that they have chosen. And the second part is table topic session, where the members will get a chance to think and speaking on their feet. This session is also known as the impromptu speaking session. Guests are welcome to participate in table topics. And third and final part is the evaluation session, where the seasoned evaluators will give us feedback on the prepared speeches, and all other aspects of the meeting will be evaluated. To conduct this session, we have a general evaluator. Today, the general evaluator role will be played by Toastmaster Srinivasan, who is our past president of our Madras Toastmasters Club. I welcome Toastmaster Srinivasan to introduce his team.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Toastmaster of the day. Thanks for having me on the stage. For the benefit of everyone today, members and guests, I'm going to play the role of general evaluator. General evaluator conducts the evaluation portion of the meeting. I'll also be observing the overall meeting progress right from the beginning till the end, right? And I'll be giving my report towards the end. I'll be doing this job with a team. To assist me doing this job, I have a big team in place. So let me quickly introduce that team for the benefit of everyone. I have a timer, arc counter, and grammarian who will help me with the time and the language aspect of the meeting, right? To start with, let me quickly introduce the timer for today. The timer for today is going to be played, timer role for today is going to be played by Toastmaster Saravanan, who works in Dow Corporation as a piping engineer. His favorite pastime includes reading books and playing with his kid. I'll call upon Toastmaster Saravanan to come to the stage and explain the roles and responsibilities of a timer. Over to you, Toastmaster Saravanan. I think you are on mute. Yeah.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I play the role of timer. As a timer, my job is to time the formal speeches, table topic speeches, and evaluation speeches. I will alert each speaker with the time they left using green, yellow, red card, which denotes a specific timing. In case of prepared speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. I will be showing green card at 5 minutes and yellow card at 6 minutes and red card at 7 minutes. There will be a 30 seconds grace time.
Thank you.
In case of table topics, the time limit will be 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will be showing the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will show a yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will show the red card. In case of evaluation session, time limit will be 2 to 3 minutes. I will show green card at 2 minutes and yellow card at 2 to 30 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 3 minutes. There will be a 30 seconds grace time. Thank you for the opportunity. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Hey, thank you, Toastmaster Saranan, for describing the role of a timer. The next role player that I'm going to introduce is the counter, who keeps track of the verbal pauses, those ahs and ums, right? That comes out of our mouth unintentionally. So playing the role of counter today is Toastmaster Deepa. Toastmaster Deepa is an enthusiastic individual who aims to become an entrepreneur someday. She is currently working in TPI Composites as a quality engineer. She loves to read books and sketch portraits. I'll hand over the podium to Toastmaster Deepa to explain the role of the counter as such. Over to you, Toastmaster Deepa.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I'm going to play the role of counter. So, as an counter, I would look for the usage of overused words or filler sounds used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. And I would also look for the words like inappropriate interjections like and, well, but, so, and you know, and also sounds like or. So at the end of the meeting, I will submit my report to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa, for the wonderful introduction of the counter role. The last role that I'm going to talk about today is the grammarian role. It's going to be played by a gentleman called Venkatesh, who will keep track of the language that we'll be using. So Toastmaster Venkatesh, who's going to play the role of grammarian, works in PayPal as a senior engineering manager. He's got close to 18 years experience in the IT industry. His wife is a freelancer and he's got 2 kids. He loves traveling and especially in his car, right? That's about a quick introduction about Toastmaster Venkatesh. Now I'll request Toastmaster Venkatesh to come to the stage and explain the roles of the grammarian to the audience.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivasan. Hey, good morning, everyone. As Srinivasan said, I'll be playing the role of grammarian today. So as you know, the grammarian's role is to look for appropriate use of English language and its not so good usage. And also we'll look for the word of the day and topic of the day, which is dilemma. And make sure in your table topics you include that word. And the second thing is do the hardest thing first, right? So those are the 2 things I'll be looking out for today: the phrase of the day and word of the day. At the end of the session, I'll be giving a report on all the details. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkatesh, for the introduction. So that's all that is there from my team to start with. I'll be back towards the end of the meeting with the evaluation session and also with the rest of the proceedings of the role of a general evaluator. With that, I'll hand over the podium to Toastmaster Jacob to conduct the rest of the proceedings. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your introduction and explaining the evaluation process. Next, we have prepared speeches. First part of our meeting. Today, we have one prepared speech. Toastmaster Suhasini is going to give the path completion speech on the path leadership development. Suhasini is working as a lead engineer and 5 years into Toastmaster. Her hobbies are reading book, playing badminton, listening music, cooking, and doing and teaching yoga. To evaluate her speech, we have Toastmaster Madhupriya. I request Madhupriya to read out her project objectives.
Is my voice audible? Am I visible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. So, first of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Suhasini, for completing one entire path. That's not an easy thing. So Toastmaster Suhasini has chosen the path leadership development and she has successfully completed that path. And the project she has taken today is to share her journey, that is reflecting on her entire path. And the title is an apt title she has chosen, that is My Journey. So to talk about the purpose of this project is the member has to reflect on his or her growth during the completion of the entire path. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her growth during the completion of the path. Timer, please note the time is 10 to 12 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Suhasini. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhupriya. Let's welcome Toastmaster Suhasini. Ma'am, you are not audible and visible.
Sorry. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry for the technical issues. Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Let me share my screen just. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Don't go where there is a path. Create and make a trial. Good morning, Toastmaster, distinguished guests, and my dear friend present over here. This is my journey towards the leadership development of my pathway. I followed up my path, which is recommended by a Toastmaster by choosing some criteria while starting my journey. Let's start my journey and I share my experience on my journey. Yes, I chosen a leadership development using the criteria given in a Toastmaster International. All the pathways, as we all know, we have 5 levels in all the pathways. I chosen a leadership development. It has 5 levels: level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, level 1 is mastering fundamental. Mostly in 90% of pathway, the mastering the fundamental, I mean, level 1 will be same. It has 4 projects. Project 1 is an icebreaker. Yes, it comes my first steps towards my journey. Yes, I was somewhat feared to deliver my first speech. But anyhow, I strong on my mind and I try to given my first speech, icebreaker speech, with the help of my mentor, Toastmaster Madhupriya. She helped me to how to broken my ice, break, broken my ice without any fear and with comfortable zone. Yes, anyhow, I finished off my first project and I try to make my second step toward my project two. So I booked a slot in MTC for the next speech. I thought I can do it better because I broken my ice. But when I delivered the speech, I thought after hearing my speech, the audience will be applause a lot. But I got a disappointment. But I was somewhat sad, even though. So I got a feedback and encouragement and support from my mentor. Again, I travel slowly, walk towards my third project where I thought what I missed in my second, like what I need to do. Like I got an input from my mentor. Again, they helped me into how to focus on vocal varieties and body languages, like how where to increase the volume, where to increase the pitch and the rate of speech, how many words I need to put on the paper to deliver 1 minute. So up to 150 to 170. Those input all or I got from my mentors, DTM Pattabhiraman and Toastmaster Madhu Priya, who always encouraged me to do that. So I got a comfortable position to travel towards my journey, even though I have some less confident towards the journey. So again, I focusing toward the evaluation given by my evaluators. The fourth project of my level 1. Yes, I focused on the feedbacks and the reviews, comments given by the evaluators, and I try to implement those feedbacks and reviews in my next speech, and now I somewhat feel a comfortable level with the encouragement of my Toastmasters friends and my mentors again. Now, I just want to move to the next level. Yes, I moved to the next level. There, TMI showed me the second level pros and cons to do the projects. Yes, it has three main things to know about my leadership styles and how to improve my leadership journey. Characteristics. There I have a three project: managing your time, understanding your leadership style, introduction to Toastmaster mentor. I thought what it will play in our skill. Okay, let us first learn and let us go through the pros and cons of the project. Yes, managing your time. Yes, time is more valuable. All we know, right? Yes, I got a lot of inputs from my TMS site. I gone through the resources given in the base camp, and I got an input from my again from my mentors who helped me to deliver the speech in a structured OBC way and with the vocal varieties and the things. So I learned how to manage the time from the project, and it also helped me in my personal life and even in my career life how to manage your time. After that, leadership style. Yes, how the leadership style would be for a person to travel in this leadership journey. It supported me, motivated me, and put me a goal towards my leadership skill to contribute with my team's work and get a successful in my leadership way. Yes, in my career life, it helped me a lot. I also understood my way, my leadership style through this project. After delivering this project, I got an input again from my evaluators and my mentors, and I implemented. Still, I am learning the leadership styles from each and every speech of my Toastmasters. Again, coming into the Toastmaster, third project in level 2 is Toastmasters mentoring. Yes, mentoring. It's play a vital role in a Toastmaster, and it helped me as a mentee. I learned a lot from my two mentors. They trained me, they motivated me, they advised me, and they showed me the direction how to walk relaxedly, and they give me a support and also helped me to set a goal in term wise, and helped me to achieve mm, my the leadership pathway. So I again thanks my mentors for this, and I am still expecting the same support from my mentors. Next, coming to my third level of journey in my leadership development is increasing the knowledge. This is a core in leadership development where this skill helped me a lot to in my leadership development, planning and implementation. It's like a coin. Both side of the coin is important. Yes, planning. Planning. When you have a good planning skill, while implementing that one, you come to know how you are good in planning. So it's like the both side of the coin. I learned this planning and implementation in Toastmaster journey itself. While preparing an agenda for a weekly meeting, planning is so important. I came to know about when the meeting is successfully completed, then only we come to know we did a proper planning for the meeting. So as a VP education, I learned how to plan for the meeting and how to implement that in the meeting for a successful meeting or an events. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Yes, as a SCOM VP education, I applied that planning skill, and I enjoyed the skill of leadership, one of the skill of leadership. Willing is not enough, we must do. This is said by Bruce Lee. Yes, planning and implementation of the leadership quality helped me a lot in my career life and also in my personal life. This level 3 strengthened me more towards my journey, and I enjoyed the journey too. And this Toastmaster again helped me to plan and implementing in such a way. I handled two contests in a club level and a area level as a contester. So I came to know from my team how I am strong in planning and implementation of an event. Coming to level 4 of leadership development is building a skill. Yes, leading your team is the core element of this building skill of leadership development. Together everyone achieve more. Yes, this is the platform where I got an opportunity to be a team member in ESCOM and handle the team in a club level and area level contest as leading a team. I achieved and I learned a lot from my team members, like what is the real difference between the response and the reaction on do critical situation and all the situations. It's make my emotional intelligence more powerful, and I got a lot of information from my team thanks to Toastmaster to giving this opportunity. Collaboration allows us to know more than we are capable of knowing ourselves. Yes, this team collaboration and in Toastmaster networking, I building this skill and I am traveled in my path, leadership development path in a happiest way. And final thing in leadership development, the level 5 is demonstrating the expertise that managing a successful events. Yes, those level 3 planning and implementation, level 4 leading a teams helped me. Those two steps helped me to manage a successful events in my life, like in career and in also professional way. So whenever there is any events in my family, they used to call me, Suhashini, organize some events um, in this function. We can enjoy the thing at the most. Yes, I thought my leadership skill of Toastmaster, which I learned during this path, helped me in my personal life and also in my career life too. Yes, this I successfully done events in Madras Toastmaster by hand, by doing joint club meetings, themed meetings, and a weekly meeting in a quality way. So this leadership skill I developed through my leadership development journey. This reflect on my path. We don't learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on experience by John Daly. Yes, I learned from reflecting this and implementing those skills which I learned from Toastmastering in Toastmaster and in my personal life. Friends, I am continuing my journey with innovation, but I want to share the difference journey which I had already gone through and I am going to travel. Yes, the leadership development and innovation planning both have a level 5 levels in it. As I said, the pathways have 5 levels. Mastering fundamental is same for both leadership and innovation planning. Those tools are having 4 projects like icebreakers, speech with purpose, vocal varieties, and evaluation and feedback. Coming to the second level, in leadership development, where I learned how to manage the time, understanding my leadership style, and toast mastering. The same learning style is going to be I am travel in my innovation planning, but instead of managing time, I'm going to connect with our audience. So this core skill I'm going to improve in my next journey. Level 3 is increasing the knowledge, where in leadership development, I learned planning and implementation. Here in innovation planning, I thought I want to improve a proposal skill of one of the major skill of a leader to present a proposal. So I want to learn the skill because of my career. I need to know how it would be. So I choose an innovation planning. The level 4 is building a skill in leadership development. It's leading your team. Hope I learned it and I want to implement still in my career life. The next in innovation planning, the core building skill is managing a project successfully. So I am eager to get an input from all of you and my mentors to develop my innovation planning building skill of managing projects successfully. And the level 5 is demonstrating expertise, where I learned in leadership development is managing a successful events, but in here in innovation planning, it should be a high performance leadership. I hope I will be traveling with you all with learning skill. Yes, where I have been is behind me. Where I am going begins with me. My past is reflection of what was. My future begins now. How about you, Toastmaster of the day? Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmasters. First of all, congratulations on completing the path.
Thanks.
Next, we have two more guests here. Let's have their introduction.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shivani, and I'm from Tirvanmur. I'm currently working at L&T Infotech. I've always wanted to improve my social skills and public speaking skills. And I've been here actually a couple of times when I was in college as a guest. But initially, I was in a dilemma whether to join the club or not. So, but finally, I took the decision, okay, let's do it. And I contacted TM Anand. And and since this is a community club, I think I get to meet a lot of people from different walks of life. So I'm hoping to join the club, make new friends, and improve my public speaking skills. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Shivani. Hope this is the right platform. You chosen a right.
Yeah. Thank you,
club. Yeah, you chosen a right club. Thanks. Is there any guest?
Yeah. Good morning, all. My name is Lokesh. I work as HR head for Lister Metropolis, and so I've been in touch with Mr. Anand for a long time. So since I had some work commitments, I couldn't join because I've been a part of Toastmasters in my previous organization, Standard Chartered Bank. So I just wanted to be part of it because it gives you an avenue to practice your communication and other stuff. So it's always good to put to practice things. Otherwise, you will not have this. So that's Toastmaster is one of the good forums to be a part of it. So I'll be based on my work timings. I just this is one chapter. Shannon told you have a lot of offline meetings. So that's the reason I just wanted to join. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Thank you. Soon we can see you as a member.
So let's start the second part of our meeting, the table topics. To provide us with the challenge for today's table topics, we have Toastmaster Kavita. Toastmaster Kavita is working in Capgemini as project manager, 13 years into IT, 7 years with Toastmasters. Her hobbies are playing veena, gardening, and reading. Let's welcome Toastmaster Kavita for conduct the table topics.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Okay, the table topic master itself has a table topic here. So I was expecting the table topics to be after the tea. Okay, so how many people do we have online? 6 to 7, and we have a good amount of guests today. So what is table topics? Anybody from the audience? Guests, any idea? Yes. So you will be given a topic on the spot and you have to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. You should watch the timer cards on the laptop. Green, 1 minute, 1.5, yellow, and 2 minutes red. So by red, you have by the time you see red, you have to stop talking. So these are the rules. The rules are clear. Since we have a good amount of guests, the rules are clear. Everybody is willing to participate today. So today we have very less audience. So let me call all the speakers, one speaker, right? Speaker, role players, guests, everybody will be called on the stage. So please be ready. And today I'm going to go to the traditional model. Thanks to Toastmaster Madhupriya, she suggested something we used to do many years ago here. So we have slowly stopped that practice. So I have the topics here. So I will not choose the topics for you. You are going to choose the topics. I have the topics in hand. For the online, let's see, I will take it for you. Okay. So you have to pick the topics and you have to read it out. And then you will be given time and it goes. The rules are the same. Okay. So who wants to come first? Anyway, everybody has to come. So who wants to come first? Any volunteers? Nobody wants to volunteer. Yes, Shivani, guest Shivani. Please give a big round of applause. Let's keep the energy level high. Now you can choose the topic. Yeah, you can choose the topic. Yeah, you cannot see the topic. You can read it out loudly so that the online participants also will.
Which book would you choose to enter and live as a fictional character?
You got the topic, right?
Yeah.
Timer, you can start now. You can give it.
So the character and the book that I would enter and be friend with is probably Harry Potter. So I think it is cool because I get to do a lot of magic, and it is always a dream for a Potterhead to go to Hogwarts to get a letter from Hogwarts itself. So I think it would be a great experience to be there and to learn magic and to basically have fun. Another perks of being in the Hogwarts is I get to ride the broom, and I get to travel the train which comes in Hogwarts. And I also get to fight Voldemort. So I think it would be a great experience and to just be in Hogwarts and learn from them. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Shivani, for that wonderful speech. So to be very honest, this topic was chosen by my daughter. She is also a Potterhead, and these words like Voldemort and spells and broom and all keeps coming in my house, and these are very familiar, though I am not a Potterhead. So thank you so much for that. So this is what I was expecting actually when I said a book. Okay, so who wants to volunteer next? You can face the side and read out loud.
Okay. The topic is the funniest incident in my life. The funniest incident in my life. Let me take a few moments to think about it. Okay. Good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I am always fond of eating mutton biryani and chicken biryani. So my area is Adambakam. So recently there is one shop named Talapakati Biryani established in my area. So since the shop is established, it was very famous because the shops that provide the tasty biryanis like mutton biryani, chicken biryani, fish biryani, and egg biryanis. So everyone in the area came to that shop and used to order that biryani. So, since the very soon, and the shop famous spreaded to other areas like Nongambakam, Kodambakam, and like Nanganallur. Since most of the people was ordering that biryani, I never gone to that shop. I used to say, what is this? After all, it's a hotel. So preparing biryani in our home is tasty than ordering the biryani from the hotel. But personally, I liked, but I did not go. But what to say, the kind of going to a hotel and ordering the biryani in the hotel, like even though I liked, but I did not go there. But everyone near my home was admire praising of the biryani, but I never gone. By the time the COVID-19 has came to this world, so one day our Prime Minister Modi ji has appeared on the screen, appeared on the channel, and implemented the strict lockdown for 14 continuous days. I shocked. By the time I lack of the tasty food like eating biryani, eating chicken, eating mutton. So at that time I was thinking of that biryani shop. So one day I have gone to the shop and look at the shop. It was totally totally closed. And the staffs in the biryani shop and the chef all have gone to their native. That time I realized I would have eaten that biryani very earlier when it was opened. So after once the lockdown has been lifted, and I went to the biryani. By the time the biryani shop was open, I was happy. I was in the mood to order the biryani. I was entered that hotel. I was asking that staff, but yeah, biryani is ready. But that person was angry on me. No man, the hotel is going now. We are cleaning the vessels and cleaning the room only. After 20 days only, we will prepare the biryani and give it to you. Like that they said. But I shocked, and that person at the moment I felt it's a funniest moment. When the shop is open, I would have ordered the biryani. I would have tasted biryani, but I missed the chance. When they conveyed that we don't provide the biryani immediately, it may come after a couple of weeks. So that moment I felt funniest moment for me. So at that time I was dilemma of how to handle the situation. Thank you for giving wonderful opportunity.
More of a prepared speech than a table topic, I would say.
Hi, Kavita.
So, Kavita?
The guest name now spoken. Can I know the guest?
Guest Tyagarajan.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so thank you so much for the speech, sir. I think we have one potential humorous speech contestant here. So thank you so much for that. Yes, only if we are lacking something, only if we don't have something, we get to know the actual value of it. That is very true. Okay, so let's move on. Sir. Yes. Your name, sir? So next we have Akhilesh. Timer, please note. Oh, sorry.
Is that guest Akhilesh Toastmaster Kavita?
Yes.
Okay.
My favorite book. Good morning, Good morning to fellow Toastmasters and club. My favorite book is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Why is my favorite book? Because it's much darker and more, and it has a lot of depth than other books, and it's visual and unlike other Harry Potter, this one was little dark, and this one had a lot of depth and emotions, and the climax of this book was really appealing for every audience.
Thank you so much, Ms. Akhilesh. We have quite a lot of people reading Harry Potter books. Yeah, I do understand it has a lot of depth and lot of details to it that my daughter generally comes up with lots of theories from the book itself. And there are books that talk about the theories of Harry Potter itself, I guess. So thank you so much for that. Any volunteers? Yes, sir. Please come here. So Toastmaster.
Suresh Kumar.
Toastmaster Suresh Kumar.
Good morning, everyone. And the topic here is: are humans more intelligent than other species? Why? It's like complicated. I would say I would consider this as a statement actually. So the thing is like the humans are most intelligent than any other species. I extremely agree with it. And the reason is we invented a lot of things. And a lot of inventions, what have we done, like aeroplanes, to computers, whatever we have now, right? It's all been made by a human. And which is like an interaction between human and machine. And if it is not invented by a human being, then it won't exist in the world at all. So in that context, I would say like human beings are the most intelligent species in the world. And one another thing which I would consider the next to it, like I don't know how many people like pets here. So I love dogs actually. Yeah, thank you. So I would say like the next most beautiful and intelligent species is like dog, I would say. And, in that context, I would say like if human is not exist in this world, and none of the creations that has been done by humans will be exist in the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suresh, for that insightful view on this topic. The reason for choosing this topic is recently I started reading a lot of Richard Dawkins books, science books. So Selfish Gene is one book that created a lot of influence in me. So that is the reason the books we read actually make us think this way, right? So that's why that topic. Okay. Any more? Yes, please. Guest. Guest. Your name, please? Yeah. Guest Jayan. Timer, please know. You can come here and read out the topic loudly.
My topic is your favorite movie and why. My favorite movie was Jungle Book. Jungle Book and Lion King because it is full of animal characters like tigers, lions, elephants, etc. In Jungle Book, a boy named Mowgli survived in the forest with black panthers, tigers, and wolves, etc. So I like that movie, and it was very good movie. And I like Lion King because it is a story about a king, how the king was, and how good a king should be. Thank you.
Okay. So a fifth kid talking like this is not very easy. Okay. So you are given a topic on the spot. You're able to just comprehend and come up with words. It's not very easy. So we have one budding Toastmaster, I think, here, Toastmaster Venkatesh's son. So any more? Yes. No, they are not used ones. You can come here and your name is here. Toastmaster? Your name. Okay,
Hi, my name is Guest Shreyash. I mean Shreyash. No.
Guest Shreyash. Can you please know? Okay. Good that you did not read it out loudly. What is the topic?
I can't see. So the topic is pen is mightier than the sword. Uh, so let me first say that when I was a kid, in our classroom, we used to have blackboards, and on the blackboard there used to be a thought for the day, or if not, then in the assembly, someone used to come and say the pen is mightier than the sword. But I have to think how it doesn't make sense if a pen is mightier than the sword, because I used to think that mighty means something which is more dangerous and something which is also more heavier, and a pen is like at most 15 grams, but a sword is like it goes up to 20 45 kgs, and I mean it depends how the great kings used to warriors used to have swords which was 50 kgs and all. uh, but later I realized that a pen is actually mightier than the sword, because a pen, no, it writes the laws, the policies are signed with the help of pen. They are written with pens. A court verdict is passed with the help of pen, and these can do like much more good or much more bad than it could ever be. Even wars which are fought with swords, they are stopped. I mean, not the current wars, but even the current wars, like let's say of involving guns and all, they are also stopped. Enemies surrender and they sign a peace agreement, and so it happens with pen, because without a pen's ink you can't have that signature. And so I do think that a pen is mightier than the sword, and that's why I think lawyers and policy makers are like much more powerful people than and someone from the defense, even though they are really dangerous. I mean, in the sense that they are like really uh, intelligent, and they are also a lot powerful, but then again the law comes beyond everything.
That's a very insightful way to present it. Thank you so much for that guest, Shreyas. Anybody from online is willing to take up? Offline? Yes, sir. Online guys, are you there? Sir, your name is no. Okay, guest location timer, please move. You can read out loud.
Kavita, sorry, what is the name? Guest?
Guest
Lokesh.
Lokesh, okay.
The hardest decision you made in your life. Morning all. The hardest decision you made in your life. So I think every decision we make has a lot of what to say. Even coming today is one of the hardest decision. Whether you have to, because last night I was on a official tour. Whether to come or not, you get the moment you wake up. There are a lot of messages from Anand. So it's always all the decisions you take in your life is going to be hardest decision. Okay, whether to have a person who tried to have a biryani before lockdown or not. Okay, but even the decision on that day Modi took should be also a hardest decision. But for him, the entire nation, it's the hardest decision. For you, the biryani is the hardest decision. It's about the perspective how you see, because you waited for 2 years for that biryani, but he couldn't get it. But Modi made us to have home food for two months. So that's one of the easiest decisions he took, but it was one of the hardest decisions we had in our life. So it's about how you take the positives and negatives and all those things. And to be very frank in this one, I didn't want to any decision. I have not things have been following to me, and because you go into that direction, so decision making was not being a person in HR. You have to take decisions daily. I don't think anything to be a hardest decision in life. So whatever you do, you make it as one of the successful things. So that is one thing I actually look at it. So there's no hard or fast rules for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Lokesh. That was quite a good view about that topic. Anyone else? Madhupriya. Okay, I'll pick it for you, Madhu. So let me read it out loudly. The person who inspired you the most.
Okay. So can I start?
Gayatri, can you please highlight, spotlight Madhu? Yes, please go ahead. Time is start.
So the person who inspired me the most is none other than Toastmaster Kavita. I'm not telling this just because she gave me this topic or she is the TT master today, but I'm telling this from my heart, and I've told this n number of times to her. She must be remembering that. First, when I joined Toastmaster in 2017, one female member in the ExCom, it was Kavita. Among 6 male members standing on the dais, I saw Kavita as the only female member in the ExCom, and that was a great inspiration for me, because at that time, what my feeling was taking a role in ExCom was a thing of great responsibility, striking a balance between personal and professional, and your passion, that is Toastmaster. It's very difficult. And she stroked that balance absolutely, with so much of ease and passion. So that made me admire her so much. Second thing is a love for plants. How many of you have seen her Instagram page? Yes, this is something which I show to Jay very often, because I have a passion towards gardening. I like plants, but like the support Arun Kumar, Toastmaster Arun Kumar gives to Kavita, I'll be always comparing that to Jay, and I'll be telling, see, Arun sir is supporting Kavita, see her plans, so I want him to do the same to me. So that kind of inspiring human beings, both Kavita and Toastmaster Arun, so I wanted to mention that here. Third, like with her, her love towards music. So how many of you seen her Facebook page? Yeah. So a multifaceted person, and I really admire the way she plays Veena, and the chords, the rhythms, absolutely fine. So I'm very, a mother of 2 children. I always admire how she's able to balance so well between a personal, professional passion, taking active being an active participant in Toastmasters, everything. So in that way, one person I admire the most is Toastmaster Kavita, and I think she will be always inspiring me. Keep inspiring me, Kavita. Over to Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Madhu. I literally had goosebumps. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so anyone offline? Please. I have only 2 more topics. Your name, sir?
Guru Ishwar.
Guru Ishwar. Yes, Guru Ishwar.
An unforgettable incident. In my life, I have many unforgettable incidents. Yeah. As in 2020, when I was finished my 12th, I like to join medicine, but I joined engineering. It's a very unforgettable incident, because engineering, I don't know nothing about engineering, but in that case, I passed NEET, but I didn't score enough mark to study government colleges. So I got government colleges free engineering. So I joined. Also, I'm third year in 3 years completed in engineering. Thank you.
Okay, he spoke only for a few minutes, but actually it is a very deep topic to talk about. So today's kids, how they choose between medical and engineering, and how this NEET influences their career, and how it actually changes their lives. So this is not one person's story. This is the story of quite a lot of people here. So thank you so much for that.
Kavita, your guest name. Guest name.
And you have the guest name who spoke?
Guru Ishwar.
Guru Ishwar, okay.
Okay, the last topic, Toastmaster Venkatesh. You don't have a choice, sir.
This is a very interesting topic. I'm glad that I got this topic. So the topic for the day is today's education system, my view. Right. So this should be a prepared speech probably, right? So a table topic is not justice to this topic, but having two kids, I have a lot of views on the education system today. So one, the focus on marks, right? So that is one of the bad things in our education system. I feel they change to grades, but still parents go and look for marks, right? They say A1, my wife goes and asks, okay, A1, what is my son's mark, right? What is the rank in the class? Which position he is in, right? So there's so much that parents today puts on the kids today that, whatever government policies takes, it's quite difficult to get rid of the view on marks, right? The importance of marks. So that's probably one thing that I think should change. And it is changing to some extent. Today's parents are changing. They are kind of getting out of marks to some extent. They are putting them in extracurriculars and things. That sports is getting a lot of attention today. I take my kids to swimming and chess. I see, 6-year-old. I took my daughter to a 6-year-old swimming competition. People said nobody will be there for 6 years, but there were like 5 people in 6 years doing swimming, coming for the swimming competition. And for son's age, it was like 30 people. So I think there is improvement in those areas, but a lot has to be done in our education system to promote that, right? The second thing which I don't like, maybe this is not the right forum to say that, is focus on English, right? I do not like that being in school, right? Schools, the children should be allowed to speak in language that they are comfortable in, make them good in first expressing their views, expressing their thoughts, rather than forcing that you should speak only in English. Because of that, I see many people going into shell and not taking up that. In today's world, I feel English can be learned in so many forums. This is one such forum, right? And people are looking at YouTube videos, Facebooks, and things of that nature. The language comes in automatically. In our age, we did not have that. So people are forcing us to study English. But in today's, I don't see a need to do that. I think Tamil has a lot of things. What we get to learn in Tamil, Atichudi, just 2 words, right? How much essence it gives. My entire child's thing, I just told that 10 values to follow that, right? So I think there is a lot of things in our things which we are not valuing, and looking at other things in our education system, which I think should be changed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkatesh. That is a very interesting thing to talk about. Yes, it requires a lot of time to talk about, and parents today are also judged. As the kids are judged, the parents are also judged. So when you're lenient, they say you're least bothered about your kid. And if you talk more about marks, and if you talk so much about your kids' curriculum and all, they call you as you're too much worried about your kid. Don't pressurize the kid. So as the kids are pressurized, the parents are also pressurized, I think. So yeah, I think these are the topics for today. Hope you had a great time. So table topics is considered to be the most interesting session of Toastmasters, because we get a lot of views from a lot of people from different walks of life. In that way, I think we had people from different age groups coming and talking. And thank you so much for that. Over to you, TM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karta, for conducting a wonderful and interesting session. Do you have any disqualification, TT?
Yes, TMOD. We have around 3 disqualifications out of 12 people performed. Do you want the names, or can I submit?
Yes. Please share the name so that I can send the poll, and also let me know if the speaker 1 is also qualified.
You mean prepared speeches?
Prepared speech, yes.
Toastmaster Suhasini ma'am took 13 minutes 45 seconds, which is beyond her 12 minutes cutoff time, so she's not qualified. In case of table topics, guest Tyagarajan took 3 minutes 47 seconds, guest Akhilesh took 52 seconds. and guest Guru Ishwar took 48 seconds. So these people are not qualified. Tyagarajan, Akhilesh, and Guru Ishwar.
Thank you, Timer.
Thank you, Timer. And let's have 10 minutes.
Toastmaster Jacob, if you are all done with the break, can we get the meeting started or resume?
So, online participants.
Yes, Toastmaster Jacob.
Yeah, shall we start?
Yeah.
Welcome back, dear Toastmasters and guests. Now let's start the evaluation session, which is important in any Toastmasters meeting. To conduct the evaluation session, we have a generally evaluated Toastmaster Srinivasan. Let's welcome Toastmaster Srinivasan to conduct the evaluation session.
Hey, thanks, Toastmaster of the day. Morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good to be back. We'll now start the evaluation session. First, I'll start off with the prepared speech evaluation. To evaluate the first prepared speaker, Toastmaster Suhasini, we have Toastmaster Madhupriya. Toastmaster Madhupriya, as you all know, is a current area director for H1, and she's also a past president of Madras Toastmasters Club. I request Toastmaster Madhupriya to come to the stage and conduct the evaluation for Toastmaster Suhasini. Over to you, Toastmaster Madhupriya.
Is my voice audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I visible now? Is my voice audible?
Yeah, you're audible and visible. Please go ahead. Yeah.
So, thank you, General Evaluator, for this wonderful opportunity. Coming back to my target speaker, Toastmaster Suhasini, let us all join hands to give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Suhasini for successfully completing entire path. It is not an easy thing because it covers nearly roughly 48 speeches. It's not at all an easy thing. And congratulations, Suhasini, for achieving this feat. Milestone, it's a milestone achievement. Coming back to your speech, I wanted to evaluate this entire speech with your name, Suhasini. Suhasini. Suhasini, yes, sincere. I know Suhasini for nearly 5 years. So we both entered Toastmasters together, I think nearly in 2017. From then on, she has been a consistent Toastmaster. So she has put in all sincere efforts to master the so-called public speaking. So Suhasini, yes, stands for sincere efforts. And you, unique. I've seen her speeches. It's all unique, from the start. I've seen her talking about yoga. She has demonstrated different types of yoga and healthy food habits, some kind of different topics she used to choose for speeches, and all those will be so interesting and motivating. So U stands for a uniqueness, and H, hard work. I know Suhasini, as I told before, from the time she entered Toastmasters, from the start to where she is now. Tremendous improvement. I know Suhasini like a person who used to feel so shy. A person, when she stands on the stage, she used to stammer a lot. I've seen her standing on the stage with less confidence, but now, wow, it's amazing. I'm turning a fan. I'm admiring her. So her hard work, really tremendous hard work you have put in. So H, hard work. And A, ambitious. You are a very ambitious person, Suhasini. From being a normal Toastmaster, stepping into XCOM and going till the VP position, it's not an easy thing. VP is one of the most challenging, most difficult role in XCOM, and you have proved it so successfully. So H, hard work, and A, ambitious. You're a very ambitious person. And yes, again, Suhasini, S-I-N-E, that S, strong. I know you personally. You are such a strong person, such a strong woman, inspiration to so many others. And I, intelligent, very smart, very intelligent. And I've seen you handling things with so much of ease. And then N, navigable. This is very important because being a mentee, you should be navigable. You should accept criticism. When your mentors say some remarks or when the mentors try to correct you, you should be in a position to accept it open-hearted. So you are navigable. So that N, I'm putting it for navigable. And then I, you are an iconic person now. You've completed your entire pathway, standing as an example. You make people admire you. And on the whole, Suhasini, your speech was amazing. For recommendation, I think for this project, it is not required because you are reflecting your entire journey. So you've covered all the speeches with so much of nuances with respect to public speaking. So you've covered everything. Recommendation I have none. You've already proved to be a star. All the best, Toastmaster Suhasini, and start with another pathway, another journey. Expecting more from you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thanks, Toastmaster Madhupriya. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Madhupriya, for the detailed evaluation of Toastmaster Suhasini's speech. So we just had one speech today, so this is only one evaluation. Now request my tag team to give their report, starting off with the timer report. So Toastmaster Saravan, if you can just come to the stage and give the timer report and talk through how the time performance has been by today's participants, specifically talk about specific disqualifications on the prepared speech table topics and also on the evaluation session. Yeah. Over to you, Toastmaster Saravan.
Is my screen visible and am I
Yes,
visible?
your screen is visible and you're audible. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. In case of prepared speech session, Toastmaster Suhasini ma'am took 13 minutes 47 seconds, which is 1 minute 45 seconds more than the required time. In case of table topics, guest Shivani took 1 minute 21 seconds. Guest Tyagarajan took 3 minutes 47 seconds. Guest Akhilesh took 52 seconds. Toastmaster Suresh Kumar took 1 minute 40 seconds. Guest Jayan took 1 minute. Guest Shreyesh took 2 minutes 15 seconds. Guest Lokesh took 1 minute 43 seconds. Toastmaster Madhupriya Shanmugam took 2 minutes 15 seconds. Guest Guru Ishwar took 48 seconds. Toastmaster Venkatesh took 2 minutes 12 seconds. In case of evaluation session, Toastmaster Madhupriya Shanmugam took 3 minutes 26 seconds. That's my end of my report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saranan, for that excellent timer report. We'll now move on to the counter report. So I'm going to invite Toastmaster Deepa to talk about how the various speakers who came to the stage today performed on the counter aspects, basically the R's and Ums. Over to you, Toastmaster Deepa.
Sure. Thank you, General Evaluator. So today's counter report. Starting with the prepared speech session. So speaker 1, Toastmaster Suhasini, used R 3 times, 2 times, and inappropriate interjections like and 1 time, so 1 time. And coming to the table topic session, guest Shivani used Ha 9 times, and guest Tyagarajan used R 8 times. Guest Akhilesh used R 1 times and 3 times. Toastmaster Suresh Kumar speech was clear, so it was flawless. And guest Jayant used and 1 time, and guest Shreya used R 10 times, and 3 times, inappropriate interjection. Then guest Lokesh used R 1 time, and Toastmaster Madhupriya's speech was again it was clear and more much. It was flawless. And then guest Ishwar used R 1 time, and Toastmasters Venkatesh speech was clear. And coming to the evaluation session, again Toastmaster Madhupriya's speech was clear and flawless. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa, for that wonderful data around the good and inappropriate usages of English, namely the filler words. I'm sure all the speakers would have come to the stage would definitely understand this and take this forward, right? It's important to note the inappropriate usages of English so that we don't repeat it in the subsequent speeches, right? So that's on the counter report. With that, I now invite Toastmaster Venkatesh to give the grammarian report. The grammarian report is going to focus on the good and not so appropriate usages of the English language. And I'm going to request Toastmaster Venkatesh to come to the stage and talk about the grammarian aspect of the speaker's performance today. Over to you, Toastmaster Venkatesh.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So to start with, the word of the day was used by 2 people. Both of them were guest Tyagarajan and Shivani. So I think there is opportunity for us to learn from the words and use it more often. And nobody used the phrase of the day. From the words perspective, some nice usage of words was leadership style, mentoring, perks, species, perspective, inspired, striking a balance, and there was a stroke of balance. I think Madhupriya spoke about. I thought that was a good usage of the correct usage of the English language, and surge of ease and passion and multifaceted. From good phrases, since we had only one evaluation speech today, knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. That was a good phrase. I think we can follow. Collaboration allows us to know more than we are capable of knowing ourselves. That was an interesting perspective. Right. Generally, we think we know about us more, but this is like quite contradictory to that, which is collaboration helps us to know more. Like we get to learn more from others, which is probably true. Whoever works in teams knows that together everyone achieves more. That's also a good phrase we can learn today. We do not learn from this was like little. I was just reflecting on this, and thankfully there was only one speech today, because when I write something, I was reflecting, the speech goes on, right? So I need to get back to it. So since it was one speech, I not have much difficulty. If there's more, probably I would have struggled a bit. We do not leave. We do not learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on experience, right? Generally, people say experience is the greatest teacher, but this is like going one step beyond that, I thought. So that was a good phrase we can learn and reflect on today. There was last thing I couldn't note. It was the last slide from the evaluation speech. I couldn't note it down fully, which is where I have been is behind me, where I am going is with me. I don't know. There is, I think, one more thing. Maybe if we can see the recording, we can learn from that. I think that was also a good usage of good phrase today. From things which we can correct, I've noted few things as well. Is my screen is visible? I think is my screen visible? I chose leadership development. I chose leadership development. I try to give my helpful, broken my eyes. I think it could be worded differently. She helped broke my eyes, or helped in my icebreaker, or something like that. I got disappointment. I got disappointed. I focus towards managing airtime. I think it's managing time. Stronger meet, and also I would also like to apologize because some of the things was in audio, so I might have missed one or two words here. Something I might have wrongly noted also. So excuse me if I noted it wrongly. Stronger me towards. I think it strengthened me towards. Successfully done. Successfully did. There is a one. I think there is one. Not here is not needed there. Everyone in the area came. Everyone in the area came. Spread it to other area. Spread to other area. I never gone. I never went. I shocked. I got shocked, or I was shocked. I was shocked maybe. I would have eaten. I ate. I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. So those are some of the things that we can correct in our speeches. Overall, yeah, that's my report. Thank you. Back to you, General.
Thanks, Toastmaster Venkatesh, for that wonderful grammarian report. I'll urge all the speakers to note the feedback that Toastmaster Venkatesh gave and also Toastmaster Deepak gave. It will help you definitely to become better speakers and help you to use the English language a lot better, right, when you come out next time. So it's not enough if you just speak, right? It has to be a very efficient communication, and some of the feedback that Toastmaster Deepak and Venkatesh gave, right? If you inculcate those aspects, you become a lot more better speaker and a great communicator. That's the intent of these roles, and thanks Toastmaster Deepak, Venkatesh, and Toastmaster Saravanan for doing an excellent job of giving that feedback. Right, now it's time for my feedback. So I'm going to evaluate the entire meetings, right from the beginning of the meeting till so far, right? And again, the intent is to see how we can actually improve as a team going forward. Right, so the meeting started on time. I think it started sharp at 10:15. Most of the role players were there on time. There was reasonable crowds both online and offline, in both the online and the offline aspects of the meeting, given the current context, right? And there was also a good number of guests who were well introduced into the meeting by the president, right? Overall, I would say that there was an element of preparedness about the meeting. So I'm sure we'll probably end the meeting. Maybe we'll end ahead of time, right? That's what it looks like, the way it is progressing, right? And also, I think the table topic session, there was good participation, was well conducted, right? So those are some of the positives that we can take from this meeting. But having said that, I think there are a lot of areas where we can improve as a team, right? And give a much more better member experience to to the club members, right? So some of the areas of improvement that I'm going to talk about is as follows. The first area for improvement is that there was only one prepared speaker today. Given the club strength of around 40 to 50, right? The club should at least strive to have 3 to 4 speakers every week, right? So more speakers brings in more variety, brings in competition, and also keeps the session longer, right? I think that was a glaring lacuna in today's meeting. The second aspect is today's meeting is a hybrid meeting. Given that most of the clubs have still not moved, I think doing a hybrid meeting is the right thing. But it will be good, right? Given the fact that majority of the members are offline, it will be good if most of the role players are also offline, including the likes of me, right? TMOD, the GE, all the tag players. It will be good if most of the role players are offline, so that the crowd which is there on the premise, right, they get a good member experience, while the online team also gets the benefit of the physical presence, right, of the role players, right? I think so that can be looked at in subsequent meetings. One other thing that could have been tried today is since there was only one prepared speaker, an education session could have been introduced. So that could have actually prolonged the meeting a little bit and could have had the meeting would have had more variety because of having an education session, right? So I think that was something which was missed. So that's something which you can try. Another aspect where I think today's meeting, I would say, needs improvement is what is there on the paper and what's been executed on the ground, right? So if you look at the agenda, I think in terms of the timings and what's going on now, right? I think there's been a big gap, right? So it'll be good if more time and thought is spent on preparing the agenda, and that is executed on the ground, right, to a reasonable level, right? I think that aspect was also need some improvement. Another aspect is, I think, still, though there was reasonable crowd both offline and online, given the current circumstances, I think Madras Toastmasters Club is a 40 plus, 45 plus strong club, right? There's no reason why we can't have close to 25 odd people in all the meetings, correct? So that's something which we need to consciously strive for. Right, public speaking is all about audience and having a larger crowd, speaking in front of a crowd, and getting rid of your fears. So unless we bring in the crowd to the meeting, right, the purpose of having a good public speaking forum gets diminished, right? So that's something which the team needs to look at. I think as a first step, what can be done is there could be more participation of the XCOM members in the meeting, right? All the XCOM members can either come online or physical, and that I think should drag the other members, right? So I think every meeting team should strive at least for 25 people to be physically present, so that the benefits of public speaking is kind of realized. So those are some of the feedback, but overall I think we had a very good meeting, good participation, good speeches, a lot of very good content, right? Well organized and well-educated role players, right? So I think overall those aspects were good, but I mean, we should work on the areas of improvement in terms of bringing in more crowd, bringing in more speakers, bringing in more variety into those sessions. I think those are very, very important, given the fact that many of the clubs are now making the switch to offline meetings. So I would urge the XCOM team, specifically the VP Education, to focus on some of these aspects and bring about this improvement in the subsequent meetings. So that's all that I had. Again, thanks a lot for the opportunity. I would thank my team as well for their wonderful participation and their wonderful insights. And with those words, I'll hand over the control back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jacob. Over to you, Toastmaster Jacob.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your wonderful feedback. And this feedback will be taken and we will try to implement in our future meetings. With that, I'd like to hand over the podium to our studying officer, Toastmaster Subhas.
Toastmaster Jacob, I have one point to be informed here. See, I have sent 3 Google forms, one for the attendance for the online Toastmasters, the second one for the best table topic speakers, and the third one for the best role players. If we can have all the members, just cast their voting there, it will be easy for us to get the certificates prepared.
Sure, Mr. Gayatri.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jacob. Shall we have the guest feedback?
So, hello everyone. I think today's session was good and it was very positive. Even the evaluation also, it is encouraging the participants to improve themselves and to overcome their flaws and basically to uh, make themselves better. So I think it was good, and the meeting was also structured in a very good format. Initially, there was a prepared speech, and then the on the spot topic speeches were also very good. It was very fun and very interesting to actually get to hear people what they think about those topics right at that moment. So I think it was really good. So thank you, everyone.
Thanks for your feedback.
Good morning once again to all the Toastmasters and guests. So today's meeting is a well organized and structured one. Like I am very happy and very proud of participating in today's meeting. Like all the role players have have done the job very well, and all the, TT topic is the fun one. It's like every speakers have delivered their unique content that made me that made me to feel good impression. Like uh, uh, like uh, evaluator had given like a constructive feedback for the specific speaker. Personally, I took it for me pros and cons of the particular speech. So overall, it's an incredible meeting. I am proud of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Shall we have the next guest?
Hi everyone, I'm Get here.
Hi.
Before coming here, I would like to say that the night before I planned to come here, and today morning I was not, so pandemic made us all lazy. So I was very, I thought of canceling, the plan to come here, and but somehow I persisted. I I came here, and after coming here, I felt really good, and I think if you like to do something, maybe it is fine to sacrifice some other things in your life. Like in my case, it was my sleep or my laziness, procrastination. I really love it. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Do you have guests?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Today's class is very good, and it's improved. See, it's evaluate my English knowledge for me also, and the evaluation is good, and all the participants are made well English. And thank you.
Thank you. Do you have more guests there?
Lokesh, so it was a nice session, and I think we could learn from the topics what people discussed and the way they articulated, and a lot of evaluation also helps us how to keep track and take things forward and not repeat the mistakes. So how you learn, and it's a nice forum to sort out your language and communication skills. Thank you. Looking forward to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Still we have?
That's all from.
Okay. Gayatri?
Yes, Toastmaster Swasni, just give me a minute. I'm
Okay.
almost ready with the certificates.
Okay. So let me share a few things like about breathing kind of things, how it is helped us to live long. Actually, tortoise will breathe to 3 to 4 breaths per minute, but human beings normally we breathe 30 to 40 counts per minute. But the breathing which we are doing, how slowly we are breathing, it will help us to calm our mind and it will help us to live longer. Breathing play a vital role in our health and also in our mind perspectives. So whenever you have a awareness on your breath, it will help us to calm down our mind and also live healthy life and longer life. So we have lot of techniques, breathing techniques. Try to at least observe our breath as much as possible whenever we find a time. So it will help us to focusing on the things what we are doing. So it also improve the focusing of our concentration. So breathing help us to live long, do the things in focused way. Just I want to share those things to with. Gayatri, shall we?
Yes, Toastmaster Swasni, I'm sharing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, today the best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Venkatesh. Kudos to you. Next. Best evaluator is Toastmaster Madhupriya. Congratulations, Toastmaster Madhupriya. Shall we have the next? Best role player is Toastmaster Kavita, table topic master. Congratulations, Toastmaster Kavita. Next, the best role player tag team is Toastmaster Venkatesh for grammarian role. Congratulations, Toastmaster Venkatesh. And the first timer Toastmaster Deepa for our counter role. Congratulations, Toastmaster Deepa. Thank you. Overall meeting rating is good.
The meeting rating is 4.75.
Okay, 4.5. 4.7 is the meeting rate of today. Thank you. Thank you for all the participants. Shall we have a group photo? Can online people switch on the videos? Gayatri, are you taking the picture? Or?
I'm waiting for Toastmaster Srinivasan to start the video.
I think he is not in online.
Yes.
Is someone taking?
Yeah. Done. Thank you. With that, I adjourn the meeting to October 16th. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Do we have anything else?